So, good evening and welcome you all for the today's presentation on the topic of role of artificial intelligence in cybersecurity. Myself, Dr. Tanvil Murugan from United Arab Emirates University. So, I'm here to give a talk on how this AI can be a part of cybersecurity and how the AI can be used against cybersecurity and why we need to provide security for AI. So, in all these three dimensions, we will have a discussion. So the overall presentation starts with a basic intro of AI, then how the AI can be used in cyber security, then how the AI can be a player in cyber security from two aspects, and the summary. So starting with artificial intelligence, we all know the artificial intelligence is like the computer must be able to think, learn, and simulate what our human mental process is happening. It may be a perceiving, reasoning, and learning, whatever it may be. What the human thinks it must the computer need to do automatically, right? So and independently the computer must able to perform the complex task with whatever we give as an input. This was the expectation. So to attain this objective, it needs a long way to reach. So that is why initially people thought of thinking AI, but since that is not immediately successful, they started with machine learning, deep learning. Today we have generative AI. So this is like an evolution cycle. The ultimate objective is to reach the artificial intelligence. But many times people try to use machine learning and AI as like algorithm, but we have a small difference where artificial intelligence is going to be like mimicking the human thoughts. Whatever the human think, the what human do, that must be mimicked by your technology that is going to be an artificial intelligence. But coming to a machine learning, it's going to be an algorithm, which is like a mechanism which will recognize the pattern, it make decisions, and based on the experience and data, it will improvise itself. So it's going to be a part. So that's why we call machine learning as like a subset of your artificial intelligence. So both are not same. And similarly, when you go for deep learning is something working for a complex problem. So that's why as the diagram shows, your AI is going to be the big superset. In that the subset is machine learning. Under the subset of machine learning is going to be deep learning, and generative AI is going to be like working with all kind of learning stuff. Okay, coming to the part of AI in cybersecurity. So why we need cybersecurity? We need to protect your data, we need to protect your resources, and we need to maintain a privacy. So we have many expectations to protect your data. So the protection is for the individual, between the entities or among a group of people. So why we need AI? Because the infrastructure grows, the number of users grows. Today, it is not under a human control or not under a single program control. So we need some intelligence to monitor because the way of getting attacks is on multiple dimensions. So how to protect? So there comes a need of AI in cybersecurity. First, let's see what is this AI in cybersecurity. So it refers to application. So we are going to apply the intelligence to enhance the protection of digital systems and data. So we have vulnerability, threats, and attack. So before the attack gets happen, we need to identify the weakness and we need to find what the possible attacks that may happen. That is a threat. And with that knowledge, we must be able to bring an intelligence to protect your digital systems and data. So or we can use your machine learning or neural network called deep learning or AI techniques to detect, prevent, and respond to the attacks. So before the attack is successful, we must be able to protect. And if any kind of weakness has been created, it must be automatically detected and intimated to the people so that it can be blocked. Any kind of anomalies or any misbehavior activities or any suspicious activity, and we can do a real-time monitoring. Today we have AI for cybersecurity. The most common thing with the Microsoft is called Copilot. So this does automatic monitoring of your network infrastructure to provide the security. So this is the role. And similarly, what is the role? The role is to identify or anticipate the potential vulnerabilities, and those vulnerabilities will lead to an attack later on. So it must be able to predict, okay, because of this weakness, what kind of attack may happen in the future. And suppose if that has been happened, we need to do investigation and find how that attack has been happened, through what weakness that attack has been happened. So for that also we can use AI. So AI can be used to identify the vulnerabilities. It can be used to prepare for incident response. And in case of any malware that is happening inside your network, phishing that can be detected, and we can create SIEM, security information and event management. It's going to be like a complete cycle to protect your assets. Additionally, most importantly, today this kind of masquerading is very common. So here we have identity and access management using it. So it's not like if a new user joins and they leaves in from a group, automatically AI can provide or remove the access from the sources. And nowhere in the future they can able to access. So everything must be automated because the group of people or the infrastructure grows widely. Still keeping a human resource to monitor and providing security is very hard because of the digital attacks. So we need to bring this AI, and still it is a research component. People are working on to it to provide a greater security. So what do you think? Whether we need to bring AI for the security? The answer is yes. We have several good reasons. First thing, today we have job roles like penetration test, ethical hacker. They do analyze the infrastructure and give us the report, what weakness are available in the infrastructure, what are the threats that can be converted as an attack in the future. So we need to do a repeated auditing. But if you have AI here, it can provide enhanced threat detection. It's like 24 into 7. It's not like only the time you investigate. So it's going to be like 24 into 7, real time monitoring. And in case of any kind of attack, immediate response of blocking, right? Not selecting the logs and then deciding what to do. It's like immediate response missing time. Next, proactive defense. So acting like I am going to be hacked and putting the attacker into a trouble like honeypot, right? So that kind of thing also can be done with your proactive defense. And today, identifying attacker is not that easy. They try to come as like a legitimate user to access your internet or any network structure. So handling those kind of complexity with the attackers, here we can have your AI and reducing the workload. Always having a team to monitor for 24/7 is very hard. And we need to have a huge budget to protect your assets. So it can reduce the workload of monitoring and scalability. Even though if you increase your infrastructure, your AI is going to be there to help you a lot. And adaptive learning, it will learn by itself. What are the new attacks? What is the new trend of attacks? So it will learn how the attacker works day by day, and it will improvise its monitoring and defensive mechanism. That is the reason why we need AI for cybersecurity. And there are some threats what industry is facing. We can't say what attacks will hit today in an appropriate manner because the attacker's intelligence is growing day by day. So there is a broad attacker surface. We have many people to perform an attack, and hundreds of devices are available in your infrastructure to protect. So we cannot leave even a small device because a small loophole also can lead to the biggest attack. And there are many possible attacks for a single device, right? And getting a skilled professional in cyber security, it's not that easy. And based on the infrastructure what we have in today's world, the number of professionals that we have in cyber security is very less. And we have massive amount of data which is being generated every day. So these are the problems which is in the industry space because of which where we need an intelligence to do a cybersecurity stuff, right? So how we can use your AI in cybersecurity to prevent all these things? Only thing is we need to train your AI model. So by training how your cyber criminal will work, right? So just we need to train them. Okay, these are the malware codes. So after training, those models can become an intelligent to deal with the present version of attacks. And we have adaptive learning concept with your AI, through which the AI itself will learn by day, through which the real-time protection can be given. So the thing is that we need to have a large amount of past data to train your through which it can be an intelligent, or else we need to go for a proprietary product which will give us a protection. So there are 10 use cases. AI learns more over time, right? So it's like 24 into 7, right? It can even identify the zero-day attack. What is zero-day attack? The person software cannot able to identify that that particular file has a malicious code. But if AI is going to be trained, even it can identify the unknown threats. It can even handle the loss of lot of data, right? Whatever may be the size of data can be handled, and better vulnerability management. So there is a weakness, yes, there is a possibility of threat, but it can manage how long we can be with this weakness. It can predict and protect and overall security for your infrastructure. Next, duplicating the process, which reduce the level of efforts and accelerating the detection and response time, securing the authentication, eliminating the time-consuming task, and battling with the bots. So these are the 10 good use cases that we have to justify that we need AI in cybersecurity. And these are the applications where we can use AI for cybersecurity. Each and every thing is considered to be a biggest research area. So the most popular one among these is with the authentication, malware detection and prevention, and network segmentation and security, at last the identity and access management. So these are the most important, but other than that, we have wide range of application where we can bring AI for the security. And AI is okay, it's going to be mimicking the human behavior. But how machine learning can be used specifically in cyber security, these are the possible ways. So we can use your machine learning to classify your data. It can be used for clustering your data, recommending some course of action like preventive measures, possibility synthesis, and predictive forecasting. So for these purposes, we can use your machine learning stuff. So first of all, to classify the data. For example, if I'm giving a file, what type of virus it is, what kind of variety of virus it is, it can be able to learn itself. And clustering group of data, supervised, unsupervised, all type of learning. And if particular malicious thing happen, what need to be done? So that kind of recommending actions, countermeasures, we call it as that can be done here. And possibility synthesis. So in case of a scenario, how this machine learning need to behave. So you can put in how it need to act because it's going to be there for 24 into 7. And predictive forecasting. So based on the historical data, what kind of attack can be expected on this month or in this scenario? That kind of analysis can be done with the historical data. Now, we have seen as of now how AI can play a role for cybersecurity. And now we are going to see AI itself is going to be a player in cybersecurity. So it's going to be a problem creator for cybersecurity. How? Let us see. For example, if you go to ChatGPT and put a question, can you please list down the cyber attacks that has been executed with the AI techniques? Whether we can use AI techniques to do attacks? Actually, yes, that is possible. If you go to this question, see, we'll get a list of attacks. For example, like phishing attack. Ask AI, okay, how I can do phishing attack with this infrastructure. Your AI will give data. It will help the attacker how the things can be possible, right? So see the number of attacks it has been listed. In the specific slide, we have 8, and the next slide we have around 7. So This is like top 15 attacks that is possible with AI. The attacker can use AI as an assistant to perform attack. And according to the statistical analysis, they say 53% these AI tools are helping the attackers to perform the attack in a good way. And 49% around like it is helping the less experienced attackers to gain knowledge and skills. And 49% it spread disinformation because we cannot trust generative AI blindly, right? Because it generates the data, it's not referring to Google. So sometimes it gives you a wrong information too, right? So it's like we can't trust generative AI content, but if it is going to be on trial and error basis, it is going to be helping the attacker, right? So this is one way. The second way, cyber attacks using AI. For example, like phishing attack, voice phishing, deep fake. Today, people create a fake video, fake audios, fake text. We have fake profiles in FB, fake profiles for WhatsApp business. So people try to create fake things, and these things are not handled by human beings. It has been handled by the AI models. It itself does all the things automatically. So people use AI to perform these kind of cyber attacks. And you can use AI for the cybersecurity research activities, like for good thing, like darknet analysis. So in the darknet, what kind of malicious activities are happening, how it can be handled, intrusion detection system, malware sample analysis, web security, intelligence generation analysis, like this. We can use AI as a supportive tool for cybersecurity. And similarly, the attacker also can use AI for their benefits on two sides. Okay, what is the third way? Before going to that, this is the architecture of Microsoft Copilot for security. Today, they provide it as a service. You can have Microsoft Copilot as one of the service for providing digital infrastructure security. So if I subscribe it to my network, it will do automatic evaluation. So if you see here, so first I say, okay, for the past week, what other attacks has been happened? So what attacks you have detected and what measures you have implemented. So if I post a question like this to my Copilot, it will go to the plugins and post a query, and then the plugin, whatever plugin is responsible, that will forward the query to the responsible API, and that will work, collect the data, prepare the report, and send back to the plugin. Plugin will prepare the report as I expect, and the Copilot will give me the report. So the security administrator need not go to the server, need not go to any kind of infrastructure to provide security. Using Copilot, just he can monitor, he can get all the things in the dashboard, and he can provide security. So this is how the Microsoft Copilot works. So now it is offered as a service for all kind of business organizations, right? So see here, AI is offered as a solution for your digital infrastructure security. But people also do attack against AI because what is generative AI? We'll be having two things. One will generate and one will discriminate. That is like evaluating. So AI will start this generate will start generating the data and saying that okay, whether this is correct, whether this is correct, it will work like million of times. It will go to the evaluator. At some point of time, this evaluator will say, "Yeah, you are correct." Then you will get an output in the screen. So there is a generator and discriminator. Think if somebody dilutes this discriminator, so somebody will try to convince this discriminator, then the generative AI itself will be convinced and get a wrong output. So that is what is going to happen. Attack against AI. So at the deployment phase, if anybody try to dilute your, suppose think, if AI has been trained with wrong data, if AI has been misused with the wrong data for the training, then of course we can expect a good result, right? So diluting the AI by giving a wrong data or wrong examples or wrong models. So these are attack against AI. So there are three things. One is providing security using AI. Second thing is performing attack using AI. And third thing is performing against AI. Right? So we need to think in all the three dimensions. So it's a triangle. So we need to think in all the three dimensions in order to incorporate AI for the cybersecurity. So in future, for sure, AI is going to be there as a complete part for the cybersecurity, and it is going to help all the levels of stakeholders. But still, it's resource intensive stuff. So it's not like 100% practical. Like people say, quantum computing will come, right? So, but AI is in practical today, but not in your day-to-day for the end users. So this also will become for the end user with the technology. Maybe the target is going to be like 3 years of time. If AI is going to be with the cybersecurity, then the future world we can expect as protected. But there is a weakness. So we need to address those weaknesses in order to make a complete security with AI. Even people may think an AI for AI, like AI for everything, AI for AI to monitor how AI behaves. We can use an AI. So that is our next level of expectation. So to conclude in this presentation, we have discussed the possible use cases of AI in cybersecurity, and we have discussed what kind of attacks can be done with AI, and we also see where the attack can be done with AI. Right. So these are the things we have discussed in the presentation. I hope you have got some inputs from my side. So that's it. Thank you all.